Hi guys and welcome to my channel. My name is Jessica and today I'm going to be reviewing the Colourpop Midnight Masquerade eyeshadow palette with this collaboration with Disney. Now it's already out, but you're still able to get it, so I feel like it's still relative to talk about and to kind of review. I want to go over color story, my feels on it, my opinions about it, how I feel about the colors, how they swatch, how they blend, all of that. And I want to hear what you guys have to think about it in the comments. I will preface that I want my channel to be nothing but positivity, great open forum to discuss makeup, and have a adult conversation back and forth with being respectful to the community and the community that we're going to build on this channel. So with that being said, let's get into it. This is the unicorn that it comes in. To me, this is classic Disney, and I love this. This is classic, old school Disney magic for me. I'm a little bit older than most people on YouTube, but this rings true to me for Disney and how Disney is so magical. You have like this beautiful blue colored background, like a midnight blue, and then you have like this aurora borealis type feathering across it, and then like cute little stars and whatnot. And then this to me is old school Disney. This writing, how whimsical and fun and enchanting it is, that's complete old school Disney right there, and I love it. The palette itself, that's the shape. Again, it carries over with that same design that's on the front of the unicorn, and it's, when I saw this, it gave me all sorts of feels. Like this is Disney growing up for me. This is happy place. Disney's my happy place. I love anything Disney, and Colourpop's prior collections with Disney again knocks it out the park. There's other collaborations with other companies, cosmetic companies with Disney, that I've gotten that I haven't loved as much as I loved this. And I have like MAC Disney, I have all that, but this right here gave me all the feels. I love the shape of the palette. It's different for Colourpop. I like it. I mean, most palettes are that rectangular size, which is, I get it, functionality, I get that, and that's great. I love the fact that they did this with it. They gave it a different shape. I love Jeffree Star palettes. I love how he thinks outside the box, and all of his palettes are different shapes and sizes. I dig it. I love it. It shakes things up a bit, and I love that. But I love Happy Place. Love this. So we're gonna open her up. And this is Disney Designer. Is that right? Designer Collection. Now, I'm going to preface it. I've already used it. I'm wearing it now. Wore it the day before. I'm that person. If I get it, I have to use it immediately because I went and bought it because I wanted it and I loved it. So why not use it now? So when you see it, it's a little loved already, all right? So those are the colors. Oh, yes. Do we see that? First, let's look at the graphic up here. Look at that. I love the fact that they introduced new princesses. I love that. Don't get me wrong, I love Disney and I love the princesses. My favorite is the villains. I love Disney villains. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Disney villains. But I love the princesses. I feel like not all the princesses have gotten some love because, you know, Disney has the standard princesses that you always see. So I was very happy to see that they introduced new princesses, right? Look at that. Look at that. It's, you know, it's designer, so it's, you know, the Disney princess is all swanked up and all posh looking, and I love it. Let's see here. So this is their color story, and I am totes here for it. I'm so here for this party. Do you see that? Oh. So coming from here, we have spinning wheel, which is really pretty. You can kind of see it in the pan as I move it. So it's duochrome. It has a shift to it, so it looks white, but when you move it in the light, it flashes back pink, and I'm here for that too, honey. Like, love it. Damsel is this one, and look at that. That's such a beautiful, like, mauvey, dusty, rosy. Look, you know how pretty that is in the crease, or just washed all over the lid. A little bit of a deeper color on the outside. Beautiful blurred out hazy look, and I love it. Talk about, like, you could do some really cute grunge looks with that too. I love that. Pip, which is right here, that's my dude. Pip right here, That's my shade. So much with it. I love it as a all over crease color. I love it just as a transition shade on its own. I love messing with it underneath my lower lash line. This color for me is like the magic color. This color right here, all the feels. All the feels. Then we have Enchanted, which goes along with Vamp. Beautiful color, beautiful rosy color. And that's gonna look gorgeous on the lips, which is where I have it now. I used Enchanted on my lips with a little bit of gloss. My favorite, because when I get all in my feels and in my funk, my family says I sound like Mama Odie. Shade. But Mama Odie is beautiful. It's this, again, duochrome. See, when you look at it, it looks kind of white and beige. Then it almost looks a little pink. But as it moves, it has this green tint to it. And it's a stunner. I have it right through here and up into my highlight underneath my brow bone. I love this. And Spinning Wheel and Mama Odie work best wet. I will say that it looks nice when you use it on its own, but you'll get more out of it if you wet your brush and you apply it wet. It's gorgeous. And then you have Jolly, which is right here. It's this beautiful kind of rose goldy kind of rose color. Look at that. Ugh. Hello, gorgeous. Hello, how are you? Yes. All about those feels, right? And then we have Floating Lanterns. Hello, Rapunzel. It's a pressed glitter. Now, these are beautiful. I love them when they do that. I have other pressed glitters from Colourpop. You gotta use a glitter base. You just can't, I mean, you can swatch it. Look, there's some, whoop-de-whoop, right? But if you were just to apply, like, there's nothing, right? So you have to use a sticky base. I love using NYX glitter glue. That's my jam. Use it all day long. Loves it. I know a lot of people will use like Lit or Ben Nye. I don't like using liquid glitter glue. I have a drag hand. Okay, it's heavy-handed, baby. All right, ain't nothing that this thing does that is light. So I need something that I'm not gonna use that's liquidous. That's gonna get into my eye and it's gonna cause me all hell. I'm gonna cry and then grow my makeup, run the risk of going blind. So I like my NYX glitter glue. Creamy, it goes on, it gets a little tacky, doop 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 boop boop boop. It's on, stays all day. I ain't gotta worry about it. I love me some NYX glitter glue. Mrs. Potts is all of its regal goodness right there. What? Talking about Midnight Masquerade, honey? Yes. Give me all that royalty, all that luxury, baby. Yes, I am so here for that. Look at that. And can you imagine that wet? Applying it wet, foiled metallic looking. Yes. And then we have Royal Ball. Love that. So here for Royal Ball. Royal Ball is gorgeous. So when I look at it, it has some really fine glitter particles and then chunkier ones, which I like that because I like the dimension that that gives. I love using glitter. I'm a glitter queen. If I were to poop, I'll poop glitter. My friend sent me a meme once saying this is what your soul would look like, and it's just a pile of glitter when I go. That's essentially true. That's exactly what it is. I wear glitter every day all over where I work. There's little glitter particles. That's how you know that I've been there. Okay? You want to know where I've been? Just follow the glitter trail. So I don't know how well you can. Oh yes, 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 yes. I could have added it right here in the center, whatever, but I wanted to live for the eyeshadows that I have on now. So what I have on my lid is Frog and Wife. Now that's obviously Princess and the Frog. Do you see that? Oh, hello, gorgeous. It's so beautiful. When I see, now, when I tell you I'm a makeup head, I'm a makeup head. Makeup does something to me, honey. It brings me all sorts of joys. All sorts of joys and feels and goodness and the warm tingling feelings all over. That's what makeup does for me. I saw this color and I was like, that's an eye, honey. That is a look. And all I did, really simple. And I don't have to swatch that hard. All sorts of feels. All sorts of feels. Now again, you want it to look a little bit more foiled. Let's a double swatch. So if you want it to look more foiled, like I said, this works best when I wet my brush. So for me, let me get in a little closer. You can see that nice sheen that it has. It's because I wet the brush. What I will do is I'll layer it. I put down a dry layer first, then I pick up my brush, grab some more color, spritz it. Honey, I like to keep on my vanity. Oh gosh, now that I'm looking for it, I can't find it. Okay, there it is. Oh no, that ain't it, honey. That's my peppermint spray, my aromatherapy, honey. Keep my blood pressure down. I don't want to go crazy on nobody. But essentially, it's a little bottle like this that has a sprayer, right? I keep alcohol to sanitize things because if I'm, doing somebody else's makeup. But then I keep one for myself. I have alcohol and water for myself, and then alcohol and water for anybody that I do the touch that's not me, right? So I keep a little bit of water there, spritz it, layer it on a wet layer, and I love it, and it goes on like butter. You can't say butter because it goes on like butter, like smooth, silky smooth application. I love it. Now nutmeg. Do I really have to say anything? Look at that. It's gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful shade. I'm actually wearing nutmeg as my blush. Yes, hi, hello. Using this palette all over, getting my money's worth. And it wasn't bad. It was like 25 bucks. Like, hello, Colourpop, and amazing price points. Huh? Like, you can't be mad at yourself for spoiling yourself with a little bit of Colourpop because the price point is just, it's amazing. It's really good. I love it. And then we have New Dream, which is next to it. New Dream speaks my language. New Dream is things that my dreams are made of, honey. It is such a beautiful color. I did twice around the pan. Now this would look gorgeous with this all over your lid. And then technical difficulties already. Using Colourpop's Jelly Much eyeshadow on top of that. What? Oh gosh, it's that pink one. I'm trying to find it without destroying my complete vanity. But when you have all this makeup and all these drawers, honey, it's saying you're impossible. Alright. Using Jelly Much eyeshadow in No Rest for the No Rest for the Vivid. Let me get myself together and find my words. So New Dream all over the lid, and then popping that in the center, and you have that beautiful shift that this has. Honey, what? So that's No Rest for the Vivid, Jelly Much. Makes me feel something. Gives me... Listen, I'm older, so I'm going to make like movie references, and you young bucks probably won't know what it is. So not only are we going to get a makeup education, we're going to get a pop culture education in movies, right? So it gives me what we call the oots. If you've ever seen Beautician and the Beast, Fran Drescher's character refers to, it's the one, and you know that that's your person when you get a little oots in your stomach, right? That shade, Jelly Much eyeshadow plus New Dream gives me the complete and utter oots. Okay? And then we have, but my lover in this palette, there's always that one shadow in an eyeshadow palette where you're like, I'm going to buy this palette just for that shadow. Or this is the one shadow in this palette that I just kind of want to like get naked and roll all over in. This is the next shade. And then I'm going to share my opinions about this shade because I have some gripes about the shade at the same time. It is Gaston. Honey, what are you doing to me, baby darling? Yes. Look at that. I love it. Can we just look at that? Just look at that. Like... I feel like when Colourpop was putting this together with Disney, they said, there's that girl, Jessica, that lives in Florida. That girl right there, that one that self-proclaimed makeup head, that woman right there, this is for her. And Look at that. This color like blown out, like really concentrated on the eye and diffused everywhere else, and then put floating lanterns, this guy right here, right in this set. That's a sex shade right there, honey. That's what that is. That is complete another fantasy. Like, who's that chick? Who's that girl? She a baddie. That's that eye. That's that eyeshadow. And then as a lip, insane. That would be such a beautiful lip. So I have plans for it, obviously. But that lip, honey, that does something to me. It makes my heart go pitter patter, honey. Pitter patter. Now, Quasimodo is the next shade. And this is a true espresso. Again, I've got grapes though. So let me swatch it on a good finger twice around the pan. You can do all sorts of things with Quasimodo, honey. Quasimodo, I'm very happy they got you at that bell tower, baby, because look at that. All sorts of feels on that one. All sorts of feels. Now, so if you have MAC Espresso, which is a great shade, it's a universal shade. A lot of makeup artists at MAC use it. They use it for all sorts of things. Fill in your brows, and it's great for that too. It's a gray kind of brown, but their espresso has a lot of gray in it, which is why it's really great for the brows. But it's not a true espresso. And sometimes your eye just needs that shade, that espresso shade, that in your crease. That's what you need at the, your outer V, you need your crease. And espresso is great, but then they'll, they might switch to embarked or something like that. This, where I don't have to use multiple. This guy right here, it's beautiful. It's just what this palette needed. It needed a nice kind of deeper, rich brown to kind of anchor it a bit. So, because you can do some nice neutral looks. Like with this top row. This top row is like, hi, I'm neutral. I have a little bit of bam, bam, boom, bop, bop right here to add a little flash and a little dazzle, right? But it's pretty much neutral. Second row, neutral with a twist. Hey, honey, want to give you some glitter, honey? Right? Beautiful. It needed that color. And they were smart when they did this color story. It needed that color for me, I feel like, to anchor it. Because you can do nutmeg with a little bit of Quasimodo. Gorgeous, right? This one is Merryweather. Thank you. Look at it, baby. Yes, yes. It didn't go on patchy. It went on really beautiful. I used a Morphe N573, I believe, to blend up my shadow. You can see it's dirty. I just did this, honey. Morphe M573. And literally picked it up and went straight in. Like straight in. Tapped it first and then started to blend it out. And it blended divine. It blended divinely. It went in. It wasn't patchy in some areas and didn't give good payoff or didn't skip nothing, honey. I packed that on, blended that out, and whoop-de-whoop, we were good. And it worked absolutely beautifully. I used it also on the bottom line to smoke out my bottom line. And then for my liner, I used... Listen, there are some things that MAC does well. They do really well, and I'm here for it. It's a chromographic pencil, which is marineultra. Love that blue. That's a good blue, honey. You want a good blue liner, which I think everybody should have. That's it, because it looks good on every skin tone. Now that I showed you all the colors, let's talk a little more about this. Now, they have Rapunzel, which is great. They have, which I'm so happy that this is, because I was just like, when are we going to add this girl into something, which is Giselle from Enchanted. She's a princess. Rapunzel's a princess. Is Megara really a princess? Am I missing something? Am I not remembering Hercules correctly? Now, she got together with Herc. Herc is a demigod. Demigod. Would marrying him then, because you assume that they're going to get married. They spend, their time together, they get married. Would she be a goddess by marriage? Is a goddess really a princess? I don't know. Somebody let me know in the comments. And then you have Esmeralda. Homegirl was a gypsy. Was she princess of the gypsies? I don't recall. I remember Frollo having the hots for her. He didn't know what to do to himself, so that's why he acted all crazy. Quasimodo was in love with her because, I mean, hello. Look at her. All her cinnamon brown goodness. Yes, that's why Quasimodo fell, right? But was she a princess? She got together, you know, with Blondie, but he wasn't a prince. So how is she a princess? Somebody let me know if I'm missing something in the comments. Just let me know. And well, you have Belle, and then you have Aurora and Cinderella, which is your standards. And then more and more, we're seeing more of Tiana being introduced into these lines, and which is absolutely amazing and beautiful. And there's such a need for her. Like, I think that's so important. I'm so important they included her in this because it's really important. I think it's you need to have reflection of everybody, inclusivity. Did they make Esmeralda deeper here, honey? I don't care if they did, honey. She still looks gorgeous. But I love the packaging. I love this. And this is their second designer, right? They had this one, which is the first one that came out, the designer collection, right? Love this palette too. Love that palette too. Now, you have your standard ones that they always give you, right? So you have Tiana again, totes important, so I'm glad she's there. You have Ariel, Belle, Jasmine, Snow White, Cinderella. So I think it was really nice that they kind of shook it up just a little bit. I would have liked them to take out Aurora, which coincidentally is not here. So it's nice that they had her in this one, right? And I love the fact that they have this on the front of this one. They still paid homage to the first one by having it on the inside of the package. I think that was really smart and nice to do. So like you have the princesses there. This color story, it's a little bit worn because I used it a lot. Really great. The first two are kind of still neutral, and then you get into a little bit of color down below. And this was nice. They want to keep it chic and all that, and kind of neutrals and very light, which is great. I like that. Here's my thing. You went now Colourpop and did 2 Disney designer princess collections, and they're beautiful, and I absolutely love and adore them. These are my favorites. Disney working with Colourpop, I think that needs to continue because they do such a great job. Now, we have the Disney Villains Misunderstood palette. Now, when this collection came out, Colourpop just got into my head, into my soul, and produced me a baby. That's what they did. Look at, do you see this? Do you see this? Like Hello Colourpop and Funk and all that. I want to lick it, to be quite honest. My baby. Love that. Look at this color story. It kind of gives you all the fun colors, right? Because as much as we, you know, people may not love villains, villains are fun. They're fun and they're different. And this color reads, I understand this color story. This color story right here makes so much sense to it being villains. I love the names. They're so damn spot on with the damn names. It just, yes. And their collection consisted of Ursula, Maleficent, Cruella, Evil Queen, Hades, and Dr. Facilia. I love the fact that they introduced men into that, the male villains. But then you just have your standard villains. That's where I was like, okay, that's great for a first launch. That's great for, you know, coming out with this one, the first villains palette. So I'm hoping now that there's 2 kind of like Disney princess ones, there's going to be another villain palette. But I want to see different villains. Don't give me the standard villains. I want you to really do your homework. I want you to really research because you're missing out on some great villains. Like this one. Let's open this up real quick. Like 101, it's a black. It's great. I would like to see the evil stepmother from Cinderella, Lady Tremaine, on here, and you have yourself a beautiful gray, mid-tone gray. What? Be a charcoal gray. I don't care. Just give me a gray. And not a silvery gray, but a gray. Real gray. And that can be Lady Tremaine, honey. Give me some other gothel. Make that a rich black for her hair. Or the maroon that she has on. That'd be great. I'm going to bring it back old school, honey. All the way back to the 70s. I want to see some Madame Medusa in there. Give me a flaming hot orange, honey. Yes. And make that the spark. I'll be right with you. Like Colourpop has. Colourpop. Love it. Right? Give me something like that brighter. Brighter with bigger chunks of like red reflect glitter and gold or straight up yellow. And call that Madame Medusa's or Pawn Shop Boutique. Yes. Here for it. It would be gorgeous. Gorgina. Colourpop, if you use any of my ideas, please let me know. I got you. A Madame Mim glitter shade. A lilac lavender glitter with chunkier opalescent glitters to that. I'm sorry, what? It would be amazeballs. It would be absolutely amazeballs. I'd be here all day long. I would put it all over my face and walk around and look like a big lavender disco ball unicorn and live my whole life for that, right? That would be... Gotcha. Give me some Jafar. Give me a beautiful matte red. Oh, you know what? Maybe not even a matte red. Maybe like a matte red with a little bit of a sheen to it. And Jafar. What? And give me a beautiful ruby glitter. Microfine red glitter particles with chunky red glitter particles in it. And call it off with your heads. Hello? That would be amazing. So Colourpop, please. Give me a second. Give me a villains palette. And knock my freaking socks off. This knocked my socks off. This knocked my socks off. So you keep raising the bar for yourself, honey. This next one better be... Make me want to sell my wife on the corner for it. Like, what? I need another villains palette. And... The collection was, like I said, was cute. I went and I thought, I know I'm kind of jumping around a bit, but these are my thoughts. And they come at random. So that's what you're going to get. Disappointed in the lip shades and in the cheek shades. They're not complementary to everyone. Now, you can use those products in a multitude of ways. You don't necessarily just have to keep it to your highlighter or your cheek or whatever. You can use it as lips. You can use it as eyes. You can use it as a highlighter, right? That's what I like about makeup. It's a universal medium. You don't necessarily just have to use lipstick as lipstick. I love using lipstick as blush. I like using lipstick as eyeshadow. I like using eyeshadow as lips, obviously, and blush. So it's all in how you decide to use your product, right? And how you want to do your look and the mediums in which you want to use them, right? That being said, I don't think those colors were like universally friendly. Now, I liked more so the lips, and the lips were really nice. They were named, it paired the princess to the prince, which I thought was cute. I know some people were like, it should all be princesses. I don't mind it. It kind of goes together, right? That's a princess and there's a prince, and I liked it. The price point was great. They were $18, and you get like a lipstick about this size, but that big, right? And then cute little compact. I wouldn't mind if it was a little bit more and you gave me a much bigger lipstick. I love the application of lipstick. I like putting it on. I like the fact that my lips eat it and I get to put it on again during the day. I told you makeup pen, right? So I wouldn't have mind something a little bit bigger. But they were beautiful. And unfortunately, like, I didn't get it online. I went to Ulta and got it. And they don't sell it individually, just the lips. So it's kind of like, meh, I don't know. So I'm still debating, tossing it up in my head, whether or not I want to buy the Tiana one, because I love the color Naveen. It was pretty. And a lot of them look different in the tube than they do swatched. And they kind of mind tricks you a little bit. You're like, oh, I didn't think it's going to be this color. It's gorgeous, right? So, still debating. It shouldn't be that hard of a left decision, right? First world problems. But it is. I can't decide. But this palette alone was worth it. And I hope that they continue with the Disney Colourpop partnership. I think they did, like I said, I think they did a really good job. I think they were really nice. And I can't wait to see what they're going to shake it up and do something else, because I'm totes here for it. I'm going to be there. I know I'm all over the place, and I apologize, but not really, because that's just the way my brain works. Gaston I loved, right? We already know how I feel about that. Unfortunately, though, when I was putting it on and I was playing with it, and I'm packing it on, I had a dense eyeshadow packing brush. I had a base down and everything, but as I'm packing it on, it went on nice. As I started to blend, I got this really dark line right in here, and I was like, I don't understand why that's doing that. I tried it without primer on the other. It still did the same thing. I had to pack it on a lot. And I know it could be the color, because the shade and the intensity of that, but that was one of the things where I was just like, that kind of bums me out a bit, that I have to work this hard to get the color that I see in the pan on my eyes. Also, though, girl, honey, I love that color so much, I didn't give 2 iotas. I was like, yes, I don't care. I'll be packing on. Didn't care. But I wish that just went on a little bit more smoothly, because this blue, and blues are tricky, honey. I don't care what shade of blue it is. I don't care how light it is. I don't care how deep it is. Blues can be a pain in the nalga to work with. They could be a pain in the butt because of how they go on, how they swatch, how they blend. Blues are tricky. But this blue went on like butter. This blue didn't give me any issues whatsoever. It's like, I'm telling it, that's your home. That's where you're going to stay. This is where we're going to live. You know, I'm just going to spread you out just a little bit. And they said, okay, Mom, we're going to do that. You put it in my honey, I'll go wherever you tell me to go. Gaston didn't do that. Gaston didn't do that at all. And Gaston is going to look beautiful on deeper skin tones. On deeper skin tones, that's going to look just absolutely stunning. Oh, just as a blush, right? It's right back there, a little hint of something on the lids. It's going to be a gorgeous lip. I can't wait to wear it as a lip. I cannot wait to wear it as a lip. Gorgeous. I love nutmeg as a blush. I love it. I have, like I said, Mama Odie through here. Right in through here, that little hi highlight. How you doing? What's up? You're so cute. That right there is Fairly Precious from MAC. It's their extra dimension blushes, which I love all of those. Their extra dimension blushes are just, they're beautiful. They're beautiful wet. And Fairly Precious is this light peachy coral. And it shows up really nice. It gives you that sheen, but I like using it just as a highlighter and as a topper. And yes, and Mama Odie. Look at that. Yes, Mama Odie, that little green shifts. What? I love it. I love it. I think this palette is the bee's knees. It's the cat's pajamas. Whatever other adage you want to say. But I love it. And I love the way they did this. This is such a nod to Disney. Just the font itself is such a nod to like 70s, you know, font for Disney. Like, it's so whimsical, and I love it. This packaging to me says Disney Princess. It gives me all the feels. Hello, Cinderella's Royal Ball. This is what we're doing, right? I love it. I absolutely love it. I think they did such an amazing job. Even the back, the little circles where it tells you, look at that. It's just the little beautiful rings of joy and whimsy. Like, they did an amazing job. Did an absolute amazing job. And like I said, I hope this continues. I hope this is a partnership that Disney's enjoying, and that they're seeing, you know, a return on their investment, and they're like, yes, this works. Colourpop and us, we work, and we work well, because they killed it. They killed it. And what I like is when I watch Colourpop's YouTube and they're introducing it, you know, that's their job. They got to amp up their product, right? They got to be, oh, I love it. It's great. It's a new product. It's right? No, you can actually tell how geeked out, how excited they are when they're going over the shades, and the genuine love and affection that they have for the palette and the collection and the thought process behind it and the details that go in it. And that's what sells me a lot. Your attention to detail, especially when it comes to Disney. I'm a big Disney fan, and like I said, if something is off, I'd be PO'd. And I'd be like, wrong, rude. No, we're not getting it. Go back, fix, then come back out, right? I'm that person. Like, no, excuse me, that's not where that came from. That's not where that's at. No, Disney. I grew up watching Disney. Disney. We were a Disney household. My household is still a Disney household, and I moved out away from my mama. I'm grown, right? Paying my own bills. Still a Disney household. I will never, ever, never, never, ever grow out of that Disney mindset or that vibe. So this is a great collector's piece, as well as great makeup, honey. It's just good makeup, and I can't wait to create more looks with this. I think it's amazing. When I first saw it, I said, this row right here, that's a whole eye look. That's a look, honey. I saw these and I was just like, that's what we're gonna do. That is a look, and I love it. Absolutely love it. So those are my thoughts, my concerns, my emotional outbreaks when it comes to the Midnight Masquerade palette and the Disney collaboration with Colourpop. I know I've said like 3 times already, but I hope there's more. I hope that it continues, and it continues to surprise us and make us ooh and ah and clamor to the stores and online to get it, because I really think it's a really special partnership, and I love seeing what they're doing. If you'd like to see a tutorial on the look that I have, please like and subscribe and leave me a comment down below, and I'll be more than happy to do that for you. Like I said, this is my first video, and this is a new channel for me, so I hope to grow with all of you and share our love of makeup and have healthy and great conversation and debates. I don't want to close off comments or anything like that. I want to see what you guys have to say, what you think. I want the interaction between you and I think it's just going to be a really dope channel, and I hope that you come back and see my next one. Until then, love you guys. Bye.